Hey! What's your favorite kind of pie? Just screw it up.
Apple!
Pumpkin.
Blueberry. Wait, strawberry, because I have the
Zap apple.
Bacon.
Yeah.
I like Zap apple pie.
I want to try a
I'm the
bacon
only
pie.
one who actually pied someone in the face yesterday.
Actually, I like strawberry because it's the only pie I know of with its own song. Strawberry pie, yeah.
Women go winning.
When I say I pied someone in the face, I got one of the little ponies with the pie cutie mark and I threw it at my friend's face.
Does anyone remember Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Speaking of Billy,
When Billy went to, he like travels through some weird swamp portal and the crazy witch lady was about to bake him into a pie. And he's in the pie and you just see him spazzing, screaming, I like Todd.
Over.
speaking of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, there's just one thing I have to say. Fred Burger, Fred Burger.
Sheesh and desist.
I like chocolate milk.
Keep going.
I
Keep going for it, lady.
think you're the only one who wants
Too
her to
many.
keep
I like
going.
the crackers.
Hi, I'm Goop. I'm short for Goo Goo Gaga, and I love to be here, and I love talking, and I love making friends, and I love making up friends, like friends with long feet, and friends with short feet, and friends with long hair, and friends with short hair, and then there are friends with.
So do you think her imaginary
It's really the only way to get her to stop when she starts.
Do you think her imaginary friends would just disappear if she took like Ritalin?
No, I think that would probably make them even worse. I
I
don't think that
have
would make
found
them
cotton
worse.
candy.
I think Ritalin would be like the genocide of her imaginary friends.
We gave Pinkie Pie sugar.
Well, she gave me a
Well,
cocoa
so
bean
don't
covered
give her
in
an
chocolate
egg.
yesterday.
No, espresso bean.
Espresso bean.
I
Yes.
should have brought those to the
Pinkie Pie
panel.
giving Discord a chocolate-covered espresso bean. Imagine our terror.
No,
My
Pinkie
friend,
Pie with chocolate-covered espresso beans and Discord with chocolate espresso beans is terror.
I had an envelope.
Actually, I think that's near apocalypse.
We were getting ready for the world to explode. We're really surprised that we're still here today.
I'm
I'll be
surprised.
honest.
It already has. This is the
Well,
outfit.
I was surprised that all three of you had it and the world didn't.
Does that mean that our afterlife is nothing but a pony convention?
Yes.
Yes.
I approve!
Wait, it's a pony convention where you have to always dance.
I'm not sure.
Ask Discord how he feels. Yes.
Is it always great?
I'm not
I'd rather do stone
again.
again.
Never wearing these
There you
heels
go.
again.
He's dancing.
Okay, I
He's
probably
doing
will.
the finger dance. Everyone do the finger
There's
dance.
no wild dancing.
Woo! It's getting crazy in here.
Oh, wait. I'm using two fingers now.
Oh yeah?
Alright.
Watch out.
It is now 11:30. I see a few stragglers.
That looks like a weird-ass carnival dancing.
Look, we're gonna get this party started.
Yeah, let's grope the air.
So, hello there. My name's Shane Hall. You probably know me as either Cadence or Fluttershy or both if you saw me Friday or Saturday. Today I'm Derby, which is my Sunday. I really need to calm things down and keep myself cool, calm, and collected today because I gotta wake up early in the morning tomorrow to cosplay. Yay! This is Michael Folks. He's our shining armor today. He's just.
I was also shining armor with Crystal Ball, and I was Big Mac following Fluttershy around yesterday. I'm also just doing my lazy Sunday cosplay because I'm exhausted.
Over here we have Megan Llewellyn, who is our Pinkie Pie, looking
Harmon.
absolutely Harmon, sorry, who is our Pinkie Pie, and I don't.
Denise Eden.
Denise. Okay, Denise Eden as Celestia, and over here, of course, is Zin Wisdom as
Real
the
name.
Discord. And we are Cosplay is Magic. We have absolutely no idea what we're doing, so yeah, this will be fun.
I think we're just talking about random things and letting people
No,
decide.
now we're actually going to get into cosplay discussion.
Woo! So when it comes to cosplay, you can go big or you can go small, and you can still make people happy and go, oh my goodness, I know who you are. What's the biggest thing is to make sure that everybody, I mean, you can do something small like a prop and get people happy with you just by handing out little treats. Or
I
you
had a
can-
friend who, he was going to ASTL, I think it was 2012, and he wanted the cosplay discount, but he didn't want to do something, simple like, no offense to the L cosplayers, but I did notice that's one of the things that they're strict on is, if you're gonna do L, you at least have to style your hair and look like him, because it's so easy just to buy a t-shirt and jeans. Well, our friend, he actually looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. So all he did was grew his goatee out of it and grabbed the Scooby-Doo prop.
We've got plenty of chairs here. I'd like to sit. I'm sorry.
It's a
I didn't
Band-Aid.
interrupt.
I was tuning you out.
My sucker's gone.
But yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
toss me another red one.
I would actually like to take a moment to give a small round of applause to our Twilight Sparkle over there. He and his friend Fluttershy. You see this cute, adorable little flutter pony right here.
That
She
took
was
her
so
wings
sad yesterday that she did not see a Twilight Sparkle, and he was able and willing to run around the entire convention almost looking for the little one, and then saying hi to her when we found her. So that is a true hero of cosplay, my friends. Not what you see on the TV. It's people who actually will go around.
I do not like that show because it's too competitive. It takes the fun out of cosplay.
I haven't
Cosplay,
watched
in my opinion, is not about competition, and I'm getting back to the point of this panel. It's about enjoying yourself. Some people can enjoy themselves by doing the extravagant cosplay even on Sunday after you've spent 2 days running yourself ragged. Other people like me and Jane, we're exhausted. I was up till about 2 a.m. this morning. I don't want to have to get on a suit or deal with a wig, so I just have a nice sleeveless dress shirt with shining armor on it. It says Sunday.
And one thing that is definitely not right about cosplaying is ever frowning at someone else's cosplay, because you don't know what type of life they're leading. Even if it's the smallest cosplay and you don't know what it is, you should always be respectful to another cosplayer. Is there any questions you'd like to know about cosplay, or about what we do, about what you like to do, anything? You know, just if anything pops in your head, raise your hand.
Or even about our costumes.
Yeah,
We're free to answer in costuming questions.
You can ask about Friday or Saturday's cosplay. One thing I'd like to say is the biggest thing about cosplay isn't just the look, it's acting like it. I mean, if I'm derpy and I'm just walking straight and graceful, I don't look very derpy-ish. But if I'm going like, oh my god!
She stole the candy.
And she did spill any of it.
I just don't know it wrong. And then suddenly, I'm derpy.
And if you're Pinkie Pie and you're not smiling, that's something's wrong, or you're Pinkamena.
Yeah.
And no one wants Pinkamena at this con.
Personally, that's just kind of one of my rules when I cosplay a character is I will not cosplay a character if I do not feel like I can get into that mindset, or if I have not done research on them. At the previous con I was at, ASTL 2013, I was cosplaying Deadpool. Well, I'd never read any of the comics before, but what I did was I went online and I did as much research of that character as I could. Fortunately, my and his personalities are very similar. That's why I'm Discord today. And
You're just staying a troll, just in a different outfit.
yes, in fact, that's where they found me and picked me out. Is they saw my Deadpool and
Pinky pool.
Pinky Pool. I had a Pinkie Pie.
That was
There was
you.
Pinkie Pool and then Pinkie Pie Pool. There was a Pinkie Pie doing a Deadpool. But
And then
yeah,
there was a Deadpool with a Pinkie Pie hat who
That was
won whose line is an anime.
That was him.
yeah, that was me.
That was him.
That was
Yeah, I know.
He's Pinky.
Yay!
I didn't know that
And
until
we
like the end of
just-
the ball, but
Like I said, we just saw the personality and we're like,
That's
Yeah.
our
we
Discord.
had already been planning this event, the Crystal Ball from Friday, and it was like, oh
I'm
my
like,
god, he is so much Discord.
I actually told him, I'm like, sweetheart, I love you. I get to choose one person. He's our Discord. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I was totally cool with it because he makes an amazing troll.
As you can tell.
As mean as that can sound, he is just an amazing troll.
he was perfect. By the way, I think most of us are not in character for this panel. We're just warning you now.
I think they kind of figured that one out.
The fact that you're not spazzing out about cupcakes.
So right now, I'm still hyper as all get out. I'm just not using my high voice.
Quiet.
I'm running
Shut
off the
up! That
coffee.
was a long time ago.
So, my Cadence cosplay who saw my Cadence cosplay on Friday?
Those
My
are
Cadence
people on the
cosplay,
panel.
the dress, I actually found at a yard sale for $40, and it had a tag on it for $550. So I felt like I got a pretty decent price for that dress. I got the ears Hunter's Horn and Crown, all from one lady on Etsy who was very nice to me. She worked really well with me, and she wasn't upset by the fact that I kept asking her things like, how are we going to be able to do this? How can I fit this on my head? I've never done something like this before, because usually I do closet cosplay. Yeah, talk today. And then of course my cutie mark, I literally took some felt and printed out the cutie mark, cut it out, and pasted it on. And then I took the trim off my dress, which was way too long on me, and then I tied it around with what was left of my dress.
Oh, and speaking of closet cosplay, Lee Howard, we were discussing something before this. She made a comment, closet cosplay, Goodwill is magic.
Yeah, that's pretty much where
Stand up.
I agree.
They took me-
Almost every piece of this was bought at Goodwill. I was there.
The only two pieces that are not a part of Goodwill is the tail and this. This is actually a stocking from some sort of chicken leg pantyhose thing that I just cut in half.
Well,
Yeah, then these
honestly,
two were-
since it is a bird
Yeah.
arm,
I was originally looking for like a long yellow glove that I was gonna draw the lines on. I'm like, well, this works even better.
it's already got them.
Yeah.
These were two different pants from Goodwill. The suit was
And
from
these
Goodwill.
I just got from Michael's for like under $5.
There you go.
And these shoes that if you look at Pinkie Pie's shoes in the episode that fit almost perfectly came from Goodwill for $5 for both of them.
Don't be afraid to do that. Yes.
Yep, we saw
I don't know how
them.
many of you saw my Dr. Booth's Friday night.
Yes.
The collar was cut off of a 99-cent thrift store shirt.
See, so don't be upset or afraid to use thrift stores. I mean,
Grand total of this thing is like under $50.
which is awesome. Mine was not quite under.
Including the
Yeah,
kind
mine
of
was
cheesy,
more than that.
ugly tie.
Yeah, I love my ugly tie. I love my ugly tie.
You're just
We bought that
beautiful at this
specifically
point.
because it was just so hideous and contrasting with itself. It's like, that just seems like something Discord would wear, something
Because I was
hideous.
looking at this and I'm like, there's something missing. It needs something right in here. And I'm like, I see the ugliest tie in the world.
No.
And I love how I tied it in just knots.
And then who saw my Fluttershy on Saturday, out of curiosity? Now that's a different kind of cosplay. A great friend of mine who was Rarity yesterday. I'm sure you saw her in her
She was
amazing
also the Rarity
corset.
in the ball.
She
Come
made
on
pretty
in,
much
don't be
almost
afraid
all of
to come
our,
on
she
in.
pretty much sewed together almost all of our cosplays.
But yeah, she actually sewed that together by hand from scratch. Like she just had the fabric and she made it for me. Because I have no ability to sew whatsoever. I'm good at figuring random things out. Like yesterday,
We're good at
since-
designing, not good at making.
my Cadence wings have elastic on them, and I still have bruises to show it. So when I was Fluttershy on Saturday, I'm like, I can't do it again. It's going to end up so raw that I won't be able to pick up the children at my daycare on Monday. And so I was thinking about it, I'm like, I bet
So let me get this straight. You're Fluttershy and you babysit wild animals.
I like it.
Hey, you're Discord and you're a troll.
I'm Discord and I'm naturally insane.
I'm also Cadence and I full sit all the time.
I'm Pinkie Pie, and my hands actually shake naturally. My body will never stop moving.
Oh dear God, is something gonna fall on us all?
No, my hands
wizards?
actually
Stop it.
shake naturally.
Stop it.
Yes. Yeah.
Twitchy tail.
Not twitchy tail, twitchy hand.
Twitchy, twitchy.
Oh, which one? Okay, what does that mean?
I'll just put this on.
I don't think
Twitchy hands means
I'm
Eric
just
jealous.
But
twitchy hand.
I've never actually had someone make a cosplay for me before, and I was so happy with it. I was glad so many people liked it as much as I did. So thank you, by the
Oh,
way.
but
Yeah.
what she did for the wings, just took
That's
some
right.
clothespins, hot glued them on the back, pinned them to each one of the sleeves.
Kind of like that.
Only these are just,
Yeah, these are hair clips. with
yeah,
little
those were a
clothespins.
different, those
But
were
yeah,
a different
you can
full
just do simple stuff like hair clips.
hair clips with
It'll-
felt.
It'll save you
sewed
bruises,
around.
I promise. So if you want
I just have
these,
these
there you
safety pinned in.
go. Use.
Well, these are the same kind. How many of you remember this?
Oh, I think bless you. It's
There's also something called a corset loop for girls that you just make a really big, I can't really take these out right now, but you make a really big loop and you slide it down the back of your dress if it's tight and it will just stay there. It's just a loop of wire.
The highest gauge wire you can get.
Yeah, stronger the better. Get it at Lowe's.
And something
You
I
never
also
stop use coat hangers.
Something I also want to bring up is do not do cosplay if you are not willing to have at least a little bit of pain. Every costume will have one part that is painful. For him, it's his headband. For me, it's these.
If you have not led
shoes.
making your cosplay, then the cosplay gods will not be appeased.
Okay.
Blood sacrifice is required.
I have
Blood
a
sacrifice.
I will say, after the ball, I had blisters all over my feet from those dress shoes, and it was not fun yesterday because I was wearing more uncomfortable boots for Big Mac. So my blisters had blisters.
And Pinkie Pie is distracted.
And that is why he did not wear those horns during the dance.
Yes, that's one of my rules. Like, I don't care if they don't follow it, but it's one of my personal rules. Is I don't wear accessories during dances or anything. And I learned this when I was doing my Jack Sparrow cosplay, my first time up at ASTL. And I went to the rave. I had the jacket, which was pretty much just a burlap coat.
Oh my god.
I had 3 belts,
I can see where
wooden
this is
sword, flintlock right here, rings, dreadlocks, hat. The dreadlocks got caught in the rings, the flintlock impaled my stomach, the sword bruised my hip. So, first thing, sword gun, belts, everything. Yes.
Something worth observing. If you're wearing wings, or a horn, or large accessories, you are bigger than you think you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still not
spent
used
all
to
day
this.
yesterday running into things with my wings because they stuck out 6 inches farther.
I can vouch for this.
You have to learn to walk sideways.
When she was both Cadence and Fluttershy, she kept hitting me with her wings because she'd turn around and smack me in the face.
I have done it too. I would say probably a good piece of advice would be to wear it for a few hours, maybe
Yeah.
once or twice.
And that gets you to know how much of a clearance you need. If you need to, walk into a door slightly sideways, or if you can actually walk through it normally.
One bit of
Can
advice.
you be awesome and blow some bubbles our way?
I saw a hand raise there.
Yeah, I'd just say, maybe you should call a doctor if you get a wing boner lasting for more than 4 hours.
Bye, extra.
It keeps going that way.
The air vents.
But one bit of advice that I've learned from the previous tragedies with cosplays is try and always get your cosplay done if you can a week before the con, and always stress test your cosplay. Do not go to a con just having finished your cosplay and expecting it to hold up because it will fall apart.
No, I have a story about
yes.
that.
I can illustrate this.
Yeah.
I only had the one outfit ready on Friday, and I decided that I really, really, really wanted to have a costume for yesterday. So I went home and dashed out a set of cutie marks and a set of wings and all that stuff for Derby. And those of you who paid attention would have seen that I had wires sticking out of my wings falling off. It was a disaster.
I loved your derby, by the way.
Those wings really need re-engineering.
But yeah,
It takes a lot of time.
Okay, I will say the last minute cosplays, they can work in a pinch, but like Zen said, if you can stress test them,
because
do so.
one of the things that got
This is going to be a game for the rest of the panel. See which
I
panel
just
can
wear
get
it
bubbles.
really.
Here you go,
Oh, dear Lord.
one thing that happened
This court has
to
bubbles.
one thing that happened to one of my cousins. One thing that happened to my cousin is she was doing what was it?
Yuna.
Luna?
Yuna.
Yuna from Final Fantasy X, and she was her cosplay was hastily put together because my mom at the time, she was trying to improve my Jack Sparrow boots and do hers at the same time, and we only had a month to put this all together. Yikes. The top to her cosplay actually fell apart in the hotel and she had to wind up wearing a t-shirt. So that's why stress testing is very important. Yes.
If the shoes you're wearing are not your usual shoes, if you're suddenly on, elevated platforms or high heels, practice walking.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend don't try and break in a new pair of shoes the day before a con because your feet are going to hurt really bad at a con. It's going to be a nightmare trying to break in new shoes.
And again, I'm going to mention my shoes again. That's what I learned from this con. I did not practice wear them even once.
Yes, you did.
For like 5 minutes.
Derpy, come up here for a minute. Good.
This is our Derpy from Friday Night Ball.
Now, she's really good at demonstrating the other part of cosplay that I'd like to show. This girl is always in character. I cannot tell you. I have yet to ever see her in out of character. Ever.
Would you like to see my muffin?
Woo! Toss it!
We better not eat it.
It's made of styrofoam.
And this is another thing about cosplay. It doesn't matter if you're short, tall, what size,
It would have
what
been hilarious
age,
if that went right through
what color.
They made the extra point.
Toss it here. Toss it here.
I think we need to try this now.
Hey.
Oh no, watch your face.
Quick distraction
Go ahead and carry
for
it
muffin tossing. Danny, come here.
I don't want to kick you in the head.
Danny,
I need you to stand to one side.
She wants the muffin.
Idiot.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna toss it in Discord's face.
Aww. And then it breaks in half.
Don't break my muffin.
Yeah, don't kick it.
So you get that in the face.
Catch it!
My muffin.
But it doesn't matter what size, color, gender, race. You can be anything you want to be. That's the great thing about cosplay. You can be like, you could be a black rarity or a white.
Yeah, I was just about to question that because I seen a
Just
black
what
and a
happened.
Yasha and I was like, what?
Actually,
I've seen a guy who's done a black Goku, and just his clothes alone are just so amazing that you even forget what race he is.
Yeah, the guy doing
There's this guy
Dante.
called Black Kakashi.
We don't know his real name.
He just goes around as Black Kakashi throughout an entire
Every
panel.
single convention I've seen
He
him
will not let you see anything below his mouth. He always has his eyes, or his below his
mask.
eyes.
It's not a mask.
Thank you.
at. He actually did that one time. He put the mask on, it's like, and I've just got another mask. And I'm like,
So it doesn't matter.
do that?
And don't let anybody tell you you can't. If you
I've even
love the
seen-
character, do the character. There's going to be somebody who loves you for it.
I've even seen a really, wasn't he 7 foot tall? The guy who's
Yes.
black and like really
Dante?
tall?
Yeah. We got a question.
I got him. Here you
I
go.
was just going to comment that I, for one, never let gender stand in the way of a costume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't
Because-
let that happen either.
Because one of the rules of the internet, Rule 63, gender swap.
Okay. Well, I will say, like, a good example is our ball credit. Miles Scratch
What's that?
was a guy. We originally did have an Octavia. Was a guy. He was unable to make it. But yeah, so
Behind you. The ring.
What?
The blue one. You got it.
we're all getting distracted by bubbles up here. I thought that was supposed to be Derpy who was distracted. You just don't know what went wrong?
That's how we stop Discord from
But here's
destroying
the real
Ponyville. Just
question.
blow bubbles. They'll
Who's
try
the
it with
real
them.
Derpy? Aren't you eating paper?
Look, here's some cyanide bubbles.
It's like distracting a vampire with a bunch of knots and throwing rice in the air. They are obligated to count everything and untie all the knots.
That's leprechauns.
There's some vampire mythos with that as well.
Oh god.
I saw this one movie where like they threw this this
Was it a
entire
comedy?
net of just ropes tied in a knot at him, and they threw this whole bunch of rice, and while the rice is in the air, he's counting every single grain, and then he has to untie all the knots before he can, proceed with chasing.
Vampire is the most OCD.
That might
creature.
have been a comedy.
Is there any questions, comments, concerns, wonderings, anything? Raise your
Ask
hand.
about
Yes,
Red.
yes.
How can I improve my
How can you improve your cosplay?
Stuff I want to see.
They hit the ground and tells them how many rings.
There's always a room to improve a cosplay.
Step up in front of the crowd.
The only thing I can think of is just maybe try and find a way to hide the headband. Everything else is amazing.
You
Maybe blue pants?
Yeah.
Or a rainbow tutu.
If
That
you
would
go
make everything better.
to Walmart during the spring, they have all the shorts in every color.
Google search.
Another thing that I
Amazing.
would suggest is for the wig, if you get hairspray and try and put a small comb through it and try and make it fluffy, it can fall better around your face and look more
And there
snaky.
are such thing as I learned from our rarity. There are wig brushes as well that
Yes.
like normal brushes aren't pointy.
Would
They're
that
kind
fix
of like.
this? Because this is like
Yes,
nappy.
that
would-
I'll get out.
And if you don't have a wig brush, what I've learned from doing wigs is if you grab the end really tight and you can go like that to make sure you lose as little as hair as possible when you do brush it out. So that would help. Maybe try washing it with some conditioner. That
Give it
would
to
also
mommy.
help get that to be not as nappy.
And
You have a question back there after?
well, I would just say the
before you-
wings, maybe find a way to hide the wing frame, and like she did with her wings, instead of the kind of obvious elastic strap.
Feel free to steal
some
my
way to
idea
clip
with
that.
feathers up here.
Or you could get like a vest or a jacket or something that would cover it up. That would
With
look
that
good.
way, we have bodysuits.
Yes, I know.
The wig on the shirt first, and then put on the bodysuit. and that
That's
was-
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
The wings first, and then the bodysuit, because that'll cover up all the straps and everything.
That's what I did with Dirty yesterday. I had the jacket over the underarm.
But yeah, so
Any other questions?
She had a question.
Oh, this little one? Okay. What's up?
Okay. So, do you think I do, if you don't mind?
No problem, sweetie.
One, how did you make those rings?
They're made out of craft foam.
Same thing as pretty much almost all of ours.
And a lot of pain.
Do you think it would be logical
Well, that's why I said almost.
for
Half of ours.
It doesn't matter.
age doesn't matter.
No.
As we said before,
It's like the power level. Back mostly, it just doesn't
Wait,
matter.
did she just say logical? By the way,
yeah.
is she like a little Spock or something?
It's like the points in whose line it is in the anime. It just doesn't matter.
Ponies are
Oh, by the way. By the way.
By the way, I like
Hands.
I love your shirt. Lyra is best pony.
We would love to see it.
I
Lyra.
agree.
Oh, question way in the
No,
back.
you. It's best cover.
Is there also something about crossover cosplays, like a one character dressed as another?
Oh, definitely. You heard about Pinky Pool.
Yeah.
We would sometime do with me as Miss Frizzle and him as Samurai Jack just to confuse people.
Like I said with my
They
pinky.
call me Jack.
Like I said with
He's
my.
an Aku.
Yeah.
Foolish Samurai Jack! You will never defeat me with your magic straw! Long ago in a distant land, I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil, but a foolish samurai warrior, wielding a magic sucker, to oppose me. Before the final lick was struck, I bit into it, never knowing how many licks it takes to get to the center of
That was awesome.
And back on crossover cosplays, I mean, I had a friend who almost didn't get her Vinyl Scratch cosplay. If you saw me yesterday, you probably saw her running around with me. She almost cosplayed as Miku, and she was just going to put pony ears on her head and be Pony Miku.
Yeah. But yeah, oh yeah, that
Hatsune from Vocaloid.
reminded me, like I was saying with my Deadpool cosplay, I was just doing a normal Deadpool cosplay and I happened to buy a Pinkie Pie hat with the little ears and everything, and I'm just wearing it, and then I'm Pinkie Pool. And then I actually saw a Pinkie Pie pool where she had the Deadpool suit, and I don't know what she did underneath it, but she somehow made it look like she had a muzzle and the ears underneath it to where it looked like Pinkie Pie
Didn't she
actually
also have the pink wig or the wig
coming
stick?
out of the back of it, and she had the tail. Funny story is there were actually 5 Deadpools at that con, and we all bought our cosplays from the same website.
I'm sure everyone pointed their gun at you, even you had your gun, and you're just like...
And I'm pointing it at me, yeah.
Like, everyone wants to kill the Pinky Pool. Even Pinky Pool wants to kill Pinky Pool.
What? Nobody likes Beard OB Pool?
You had a run-in with the Red Hood a few times. That was pretty good.
Yeah, his cosplay was amazing. I loved his.
With buying things
I even
online, there is
reverse
something I like
photobombed.
to address.
Okay.
Make sure you look at a whole lot of different sites before you buy something. You can always find something cheaper or better quality or both if you just spend a lot of hours looking.
One bit of advice I just remembered from our rarity when we were putting my cosplay together and we were looking at others online is when you do a cosplay, you're gonna wear a dress or a skirt, make sure you know your body type before you buy the cosplay, because there's nothing worse than buying a cosplay that is too tight or, well, too big's okay.
Because you can easily take it in, but it's
But
hard
if it's
to let
too
out
tight-
something that's already small.
Also, find out what country it's from. Because if
Again-
it's from Korea, they
Yeah.
are tiny.
Again, bringing back to my Deadpool cosplay, I took measurements on my neck. It was an inch too tight, so the whole time I'm wearing that, the elastic's choking me and I'm tugging at the neck constantly, so I'm gonna have to order an entire new one. Luckily, it was $50.
Or
That's
you can
amazing for
stretch it.
Huh?
Or you can stretch it.
Well, I actually did. I popped all the elastic in it.
What's up?
So, first day of con. My mom's been making this amazing rarity gown from the Discord Turns More to the Good Side episode. Rarity wears a dress, and pretty much everyone ignores that dress. But it's so pretty, so my mom decided to make it. She measured it off a dress that still fit her. Since it still fit her, she didn't bother to try it on until we got here. Therefore, her
Yikes.
back was too broad for it, and she could not fit into it no matter what we did, and she was so sad. She had to wear just a normal shirt and pants to the ball.
Oh, yes, and for parents out there, don't be scared to bring your kids. I mean, my little brother, I don't know why he decided not to come today.
We must reconvert him. We
But,
must reconvert him. Right.
But he's usually all open about this stuff because he has a great time. And he's 12 now, but I've been trying to take him to conventions since he was 10. I try to wait until they're a little bit older, but I mean, even young ones are a lot of fun to have at conventions, especially when you dress them up, because everybody, as soon as you have a dressed up little one, like, they get all the attention and spotlight.
Yeah.
Point made.
I started at 9, and I am well known around the, well,
Started at 3.
and when I came back around 9,
To her first convention at 3 as Blue from Monsters Inc.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
but then
You were adorable.
But then when I turned 9, we started coming back to conventions, and I attended the first CowCon, and I think the second year of ASTL. I'm still going to both of those. I'm very well known for a Blossom cosplay that no longer fits.
Anybody else have questions, comments, concerns?
Yes, I do.
I was actually going to talk
Curiosities? Yes, the little one with the
What is
horn.
CowCon?
CowCon, oh, can I?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, CowCon is an animation convention. If you've ever heard of anime, if you haven't, you need to watch it now when you go
I
home.
think we all.
Promotion! Shameless plug.
Anime is Japanese animation with way better storyline.
Bleach.
Bleach is a little violent for me, but CowCon is a convention that celebrates anime. So it's ASTL, which I'm really excited because they have this guy named Little Karibo coming next year. So
Oh.
shit.
Shameless
Oh,
plug.
God.
Shameless plugs.
How many people do you think are gonna go up to him and go, card games on motorcycles?
They banned that phrase.
So
They
many.
banned that phrase.
They
I mean,
banned that phrase.
ASTL is
Wow.
one of the bigger
And the
anime
game.
conventions in this area,
Just lost it.
and it's
No,
one
I
of the best ones I love.
Nope.
CowCon is a lot
300
smaller.
Christ.
It's one of the smallest around here. And then there's NatsuCon, which I also attended the first year of.
Nazis, what?
No, Natsu smaller?
Yeah, it's about half the size as ASTL, even though it's
It's run by the same people, but since it's so much newer, it's a lot smaller. They haven't gotten as big.
I
Although-
thought CowCon was smaller.
Anyway, there's lots of fun we can go to if you want.
Now, who was that, whose line is it any pony yesterday? Anybody? Woo, quite a few people, I'm surprised. I'm sure everybody noticed me as little Fluttershy, which I'm sure was hilarious, going through being a drunken cheerleader.
That was like the best thing ever. Someone needs to make an ass-drunken cheerleader.
Don't be afraid to break character when you need to. I've gone to a few conventions dressed as like Rainbow Bright, and one of the things was explain in 15 seconds or less why Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT is better than the other. And you have to imagine me, tiny short skirt, Rainbow Bright sleeves, and leggings going, they both do this, as loud as I could. Which is something, of course, Rainbow Bright would never do. But sometimes
I could see her doing that if it had a rainbow peak coming out.
Rainbow Maya!
Crossover! Yay! See, crossovers are okay.
Foolish Applejack!
Shining armor. What the hell are you saying?
I need glasses.
And also,
That would be the best
little
crossover
ones have
ever.
no idea we're in costume. To this little one, you are really Rainbow Dash. You are really Twilight Sparkle. She is really Princess Celestia. So always understand, especially with the tiny ones, that you are representing the character you are. And make sure to represent them well. Because these little bitty ones will base their things in their lives on how the people treat them.
Cosplay-wise, I would also like to recommend that when you do your cosplays, always pack an emergency kit with at least needle and thread, Velcro, and super glue. And safety.
Hot glue gun saves lives.
Tacky glue will stick it almost anything together.
Hot glue?
Super glue will not hold.
You're beautiful.
But yeah, always pack a emergency repair kit.
I do that.
And if you have legs that are
Royal
supposed
Guard,
to be...
she has
I have a misplaced safety pin, actually.
it's stuck in her beautiful gown. And I'm afraid I'm going to rip it if I take it out. I just don't want to rip that because it's so pretty.
Hey, cheerlead. Drink one side or drink one
I never gonna live that down.
Just like I will,
now.
just like up at ASCL, I will never live down bees.
The berries!
It's a long story. I was doing Jack Sparrow during Whose Line Is It? Any anime or what, however they
Whose Line Is It Anime?
Whose Line Is It Anime? And they were doing this thing. I don't exactly remember how it started, but I just started doing, like bees, and I'd freak out whenever someone would mention bees. To this day, people still run up to me and when they see me as Jack Sparrow, and they go, bees.
You became one with your inner Nicolas Cage from Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Remember that if you do something incredibly memorable, people will remember that forever.
Yes.
So if it's something that's going to annoy you, don't do it.
Don't do something memorable. Just be like a wallflower.
Now, I would just like to take 1 second. Our poor camera guy over here, you can see him now, everybody wave hi. He's lost his voice, and so his voice is really scratchy, and I just want to hear him say one thing. Say, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Now you can know him as Bat Spike.
Where is he?
See, since I know him as
puberty.
Well, since I know him as Spike, I'm gonna call him Bat Spike from now on.
They're having a superhero episode in the next season.
Woo! We're actually fine.
Yeah, during the
That's
Comic-Con.
which I'm completely
During the
fine.
Comic-Con reveal, they showed them as
Oh, that's right. We have an hour, not half an hour.
Discord
Woohoo! You guys are stuck with us.
Abandoned friend!
Are there any more questions?
Can we just lock the doors right now? You guys, come in here. Come in here. We love you. Come in here.
Yeah, I want to start this out.
Ranger Cross.
Daring Do, get in here.
And Daring Do, everybody get away.
I want to give Daring Do props because this is actually his first time.
We like pointing out great cosplays like yours.
I want to point this out and give him props. This is actually his first time doing a cosplay. Is that not amazing?
been amazing. So everybody,
Drunk people are fun the best way.
Right here. I have a gift to bestow upon you.
as do I actually.
And while we're on the topic of impressively and amazing cosplays, never feel discouraged. But if you see someone who, in your opinion, you think their cosplay is better than yours.
Band-Aids for the year. Band-Aids.
Discord, as Discord was saying, don't feel embarrassed to try a cosplay, even if somebody's cosplay is super amazing.
Like, this might probably be the best cosplay I've ever done, but like when I first started off doing my Jack Sparrow cosplay, one of the guys I now know who's my friend, Aaron Rave, he does Jack Sparrow for, you know, a living and for like parties and everything, you know. I was going to Pirate Fest for like 5 years, and up until like the 3rd year, I was the only Jack Sparrow there. Then I see this guy, and I'm like, and everyone's calling me Imposter Jack. You know, it hurt a little bit. Don't let what people say get to you. Like, I one time heard people say, it's like, hey, look, it's Jack Sparrow, let's get a picture with him. It's like, no, that's the other one. Let's get a picture with a better Jack Sparrow. That hurt, but don't let it get to you too much, because, you know, they don't know how much effort you have put into your cosplay. People like that, they don't appreciate the work you've done, if they're that mean to say that. You know, they said it behind my back, but I still heard it. I didn't say anything to them, I just let it go. But, you know, I actually met the other Jack Sparrow, and, you know, we were playing off the whole, you know, imposter Jack Sparrow, hallucination Jack Sparrow, and everything. And, you know, I'm taking tips from him and every year trying to improve mine just a little bit more each year.
Another thing kind of going off of that would be, when you're cosplaying a character, there are going to be people that may not like your character, that may say things. And that
I love Chrysalis. Actually, Chrysalis, come over here. Let me give you a hug. Just because I think Chrysalis was an amazing villain.
Oh, and for everybody,
Chrysalis isn't a villain. She's a kind and loving queen. She's not evil. She's just trying to provide for her people the only way she knows how. Exactly. Food.
People are food to her.
She's a single mom of like 3,000.
Yeah.
She has 3,000 hungry young mouths to feed.
If you had that many starving kids, would you not attack an entire city?
And to be fair to Chrysalis, I'm not sure if she's seen it or yet. Look up Flufflepuff and you'll understand why, right?
Oh, yes.
If I remember.
So one more time.
Post on Facebook and I'll get to it.
I guarantee you'll be dressing her up as Flufflepuff. Yeah.
Wait, I have one thing to say about Flufflepuff.
Come on, Nick. Come on, rainbows. Not pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Great! Tell us what you've learned today. What color are the unicorns?
They're pink.
What are they dancing on?
Rainbows.
In what one word would you describe their magic fur?
Scary.
You're all there! Woo! Wait!
No, it was Billy Mays.
Hi, I'm Billy Mays, and I just turned off the lights.
Say Billy Mays here for the ultra night light. You can stick it anywhere. Stick it in your car. Stick it in your closet. Shove it up your nose.
I actually did that for
Wolverine,
this
get
thing
in
called
there.
The Great Debate, and I was
Whoa.
Wow.
Wolverine, get in
You
there.
look just like me.
All right.
I hope to see you at ASTL.
I almost dressed up as an assassin too.
Where's your pony ears?
We all knew you were a secret pepperoni.
Really?
No.
Wait. Come on
Yes.
up. Come on up. Do it.
Put pony ears on Wolverine.
You have to be at ASTL. I'm gonna troll you as dead.
Those are Wonder Color ears too.
Capture the high wonderful Wolverine.
I will recruit you as my new royal guard.
And this
No.
is a wonderful point. When you are somebody like Wolverine that's supposed to be really serious, be okay with people randomly doing some weird shit to you because it's gonna happen. And please don't use that language.
I hope to see you at ASTL. I will be trolling you as Deadpool.
If you'd like, there are several seats you can
Yeah.
Oh, and I did make a point. We mentioned crossover cosplays.
Where's Tony Wolverine? Do not let Jim Blake see your eyebrows.
I did want to tell you the other panel.
Okay.
So with that amazing note,
This is so great. Oh, I gotta say this to all you guys. Was not sure about the whole brony thing. I'm a big friend of Jen Blake, who's in the next room over there. Great artist. Everybody's probably seen her.
over here, get ready to
Oh,
talk.
she's getting over. Oh, she's getting ready to do her panel.
Yeah.
Okay. Her panel. Be great to her. She's a great girl, but I get it. I get it, guys.
I thank you guys for coming. We had no idea what we were doing, so this was just us talking. So I hope you all
It was just us winging it.
enjoyed it.
You've heard it here, straight from Wolverine's mouth. He gets it.
Wolverine, Honey, Wolverine approved.
So